Hi everyone, welcome back to Falcons Gaming. This is my week in review, and it was quite the week. But first, I do want to say that my personal roster review and year in review are still coming. I'm just trying to wait until January in case I pull some more heroes in the next few weeks. The year in review will focus on war rosters and how they changed since the start of the year. I wasn't collecting data on what heroes I had on it specifically, or if my alliance won or lost each, so it's not exactly a full year in review. Hopefully I have better data for next year on it. This week had the Ice Aether Mimic, and I had 75 Epic Hero tokens. I actually think I had 77, but let's just say 75. And I used them all, and guess what? I didn't get the Mimic or any of the Christmas heroes. The new ones in the Costume Ginger do seem pretty good out of that portal. But, I mean, part of why the new ones seem really good right now is because there's the 30% bonus during the event for them to exist on your defense teams or offense teams. But you see them all over the top. Hold on, let me go to the raids. Global weight, that was another page. You like go in here. Well, they didn't have any. Like there, like one of them is a tank. Both of them, like it's all over the top of the leaderboard stuff. So I wouldn't mind having one, but I didn't pull them. So then, after doing all those summons, I decided to do a Covenant summon, a 10 pull with gems, and I got Salome, who is also a pretty meta healer right now. I would say she's a better Odile. Yep. And then I also did a Bizarre summons and picked up Bima and Chitrangada. And then I did a Wilderness summon and picked up Vernix. I then grinded using 50 World Energy Flasks during the Season 2 Atlantis Rises event, and to build all 3 training camps all the way up to a month of TC2, which gives you 1 every 30 minutes. That's a lot of extra stuff. And then I built up this training camp all the way up to 75 days. And then I used all those days and 500,000 food bundles, and was able to power level Vernix, Chitrangada, and Salome to 90 in about a day and a half. Like, I probably could have gone even faster, but a lot of the time was, like, just spent moving items around to get everything ready to get to the next level and whatever. And then a few days later, when they had the new Titan Hunters portal, I pulled Gasteel from the featured, who is one of the best Titan hitters that exists. So that'll allow me to replace Mickey in a lot of my teams. Like, Mickey's silence is still going to be useful, and obviously against Red Titans, but a lot of them I think I can get away with Gasteel, who does a higher total damage and makes the Titan take more damage and is at a faster speed. So right now I am leveling Gasteel, Bima, Zandrella, Eset, and Magni. Eset and Magni and Zandrella I have costumes for that'll push them all close to 1600 power, or I think Zandrella's is like 1650, and Magni's is like 1620, so that's really current, right? So, and this will probably be the last of the pulls that I do towards the end of the year. Like, I'll probably do something around Christmas, and I'll probably do something around New Year's to try to do one more set of seasonal summons. But then I'm probably going to slow down spending in January. I mean, I'll probably do things like Path of Valor and Path of Giants and VIP and Premium VIP. I just don't plan on buying a lot of pulls. Lunar New Year heroes haven't been relevant in a while. And unless they really update the Valentine's heroes, they're not really worth it either. So, yeah. I don't even have that. I have no idea. Let's see. It really makes no sense. Yeah. And then I don't think the Easter event is very strong either. So I'm not saying it'll be a zero spend time. Like last year, I didn't spend anything from February until September, and I fell way behind. But then I was able to make it up by spending over the last 2 months. But I do plan on spending significantly less. But like if some new portal comes out that's really awesome, I might spend in that specific portal. But I'm probably gonna do less generic, just spend, because I've just pushed a little bit farther than I like to spend in a month for a couple of months now, which is fine because it's all about averages, and I'm playing 2-3 hours a day probably. Like this game is worth it to me in the long run because of how much I spend on my time doing it, and I don't have a lot of other vices. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm gonna finish this battle before I actually stop the video, though. There we go.